welcome back to the deep dive. If you're into RC cars, well, you know the feeling. That need for speed.
Oh, yeah.
And for you Tamiya builders, upgrading that motor that comes in the kit, that silver can, it's almost the first thing you think about, right?
It really is. But here's the thing. What does fast actually mean? It's more complicated than just hitting a high number on a speed gun.
That's a great point.
So our mission today is basically to give you the lowdown on Tamiya's high-performance 540 brush motors. We want to help you pick the right one for what you want to do.
Okay, so let's unpack that complicated part. Speed versus power.
Exactly. It's this duality. You've got RPM, that's revolutions per minute. Higher RPM means, generally, higher top speed. Think long straights.
Right. Flat.
But then you've got torque. That's the twisting force. That's your acceleration, the punch out of a corner, muscling through grass or dirt. And, you can't usually max out both. It's a trade-off.
So it's a balancing act. How do you even compare them then? People always talk about turns, right? Like fewer turns means faster.
Yeah, that's the common idea, the T number. But honestly, it's kind of flawed as a simple rule. Turns are just one part of the motor's design. Tamiya themselves proves it. Take the split-tune motor. It's a 23-turn. Gets about 18,300 RPM. But then there's the GT tune, which is a 25-turn motor.
So more turns.
Right, more turns, but it actually spins faster, 19,000 RPM. It shows other things, like the magnets they use, the armature design, the brushes. They matter just as much, maybe even more sometimes.
Okay, that really changes how you look at the specs. So if we move past the basic upgrades, what's the peak? What's the ultimate in Tamiya brushed motors?
Now you're talking about the Super Stock series. These are pretty much the pinnacle. Designed for racing, and crucially, they're rebuildable. You can maintain that peak performance.
Rebuildable, okay. So what's in the series?
Well, they're all 23-turn motors, interestingly enough, despite what we just said about turns not being everything. But they're highly optimized. They push out series RPM, like 26,500 to 27,500. And good torque, too, around 49 millinewton meters. Real punch.
Nice.
First up, the Super Stock RZ. Easy to spot. It's got that bright red end bell.
Okay.
This one is your pure speed demon for on-road. Think high-speed tracks, sprint racing. It's all about maximizing RPM, minimizing friction for raw straight-line speed.
Got it. Red means raw speed. What else?
Then there's its sibling, the Super Stock TZ. This one has a blue end bell. Also 23-turn, slightly lower RPM than the RZ, maybe 26,500.
So why choose this one then, if it's slightly slower?
Because Tamiya calls it an endurance racing motor. The secret is better electrical efficiency. It delivers its power more consistently, runs a bit cooler maybe. This means it's fantastic for accelerating out of tight corners on technical tracks. Over a whole race, that consistency can actually be faster.
Ah, interesting. So better for twisty circuits.
Exactly, and that smooth power delivery makes it great for drifting too.
Makes sense. Is there an off-road version?
Yep. That's the Superstock BZ. It's got a gunmetal colored can. Performance-wise, it's very similar to the TZ 23 turns, 26,500 RPM, but it's built tough for off-road. The key thing is it has a detachable end bell cover with a sponge filter. Keeps dirt and dust out of the motor, which is, essential for buggies and rally cars running on loose surfaces. Think your TD4s, DSO2s, TT02Bs.
Right, crucial for durability off-road. Okay, those super stocks sound amazing, but maybe a bit intense for a first upgrade. What about something simpler?
Totally. That's where the tuned series comes in. These are designed as easy drop-in upgrades, and the most popular one, by far, is the RS540 Sport Tuned.
The black can one.
That's the one. Item 5 versus 8. It's a 23-turn, like the Super Stocks, but tuned differently, around 18,300 RPM. It just gives a really nice, noticeable boost over the standard silver can motor. We saw like a TT01 go from maybe 24 kilometers an hour to almost 30 just by swapping in the Sport Tuned.
Wow, nearly 20% faster.
Yeah,
That's a solid jump.
Yeah, it's a great all-rounder. There are others too. Briefly, the torque tuned is good if you have a heavier truck or need more grunts. The dirt tuned is a bit more robust for off-road dashers. And the GT tuned we mentioned earlier offers a slightly different performance profile again.
Okay, lots of options. But hang on, you put one of these powerful motors in, like a super stock.
Yeah.
You can't just drop it in and go, can you?
Critical point. No, you absolutely cannot, especially with the super stocks. The bottleneck is your electronic speed controller, the ESC.
Right, the brain box.
Exactly. Standard Tamiya ESCs, like the common TBLEs, O2S or O4S, they usually have a motor limit of 25 turns.
and the super stocks are 23 turns.
Yep. You plug a 23-turn motor into an ESC rated for 25 turns or higher, and you're going to have problems. It'll either just shut down constantly from overload, or worse, you could fry the ESC.
Ouch. So you need an upgraded ESC.
You absolutely must. Something like a Hobby Wing Quick Run 1060 is a popular choice. It can handle lower turn motors and isn't too expensive, maybe $25 or so. But you have to factor that in. A super stock motor is maybe $50, $55. Add the ESC.
And you should probably do bearings too, right? While you're at it.
Oh, 100%. Ball bearings, instead of the plastic bushings in the kit, are non-negotiable if you're adding more power. They reduce friction, make everything run smoother, more efficiently, and stop things from melting.
Okay, so the total cost of speed for a super stock setup is really closer to $100, factoring in the motor, ESC, and bearings.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a system. And don't forget gearing. Swapping the pinion gear lets you fine-tune. Smaller pinion, more acceleration, less top speed. Larger pinion, higher top speed, less acceleration.
Right, tailor it to the track or how you drive. One last thing I've seen people get confused online. These are 540 size motors for 110 scale cars running on 7.2 volts.
Yes, absolutely. And this is super important. Do not mix them up with mini Ford WD motors.
Like the Hyper Dash and things like that.
Exactly. Those are tiny motors for 132 scale cars. They run on like 2.4 or 3 volts from ALA batteries. They are completely different and totally incompatible. You try and run one of those on 7.2 volts, well, let's just say it won't end well for the motor or your ESC. Seen that mistake happen.
Good warning. Okay, so wrapping this up. If someone asks, what's the fastest Tamiya brushed motor? What's the verdict?
Well, like we said, there's no single fastest. It really depends on what you mean by fast and where you're running. If you mean pure, unadulterated top speed on a smooth on-road surface, probably the super stock RZ.
Okay, red for raw speed.
If you want to win races on a technical track where corner exit speed and consistency matter most, the super stock TZ is likely your best bet.
Blue for track performance.
Dominating the dirt, shrugging off dust and debris in your buggy or rally car. Super stock BZ.
Gunmetal for off-road grit.
And if you just want a simple, effective, affordable boost over the kit motor without needing a new ESC, the classic RS540 Sport Tuned is still the king.
Makes perfect sense. It's not just about the motor, is it? The pursuit of speed is really about building a balanced system.
Precisely. Motor, ESC, bearings, gearing, even tires and setup. It all works together.
Which leads to a great question for you listening. Now that you know more about the heart of your Tamiya car, the motor, what part of your RC system will you optimize next?